Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of yoga on my YouTube channel, Tom Yoga Om. My name is Tom, and this week's focus is going to be about stretching into the hips, stretching into the shoulders, and focusing on the breath. So let's get to it. Today we are going to start on our backs with our knees bent. So bring yourself down onto the ground and bend your knees. Bring your feet flat onto the ground and take your hands beside you with your palms facing up or down. And settle in and take whatever time you need to make yourself comfortable. And then take a deep breath down into your belly and into your chest. And gently exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Take a few more rounds of breath like this. And slowly start to feel your arms soften, your shoulders soften. And feel your hands and your feet become light. And start to feel that breath rolling in and out. And release any tension in your physical body, any tension in the arms, the legs, the hands, the feet, the hips, the shoulders, the front of your body, the back of your body, any tension in your neck, your head, or your face. And then take one more deep breath in and follow your breath all the way down into your chest and your belly and all the way out again. And if you'd like, you can set an intention for the class today. And then you can start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And from here, gently bring your knees onto your chest and give them a gentle squeeze. And start to circle your knees, massaging the sacral-iliac joint, so where the spine meets the pelvis, your hips. Feel that space and notice how it feels. Notice its qualities, and then circle your knees the other way. Does it feel different? And actually, sometimes when we do lots of yoga, you'd think that this space would be tight if we didn't do any yoga, but actually doing lots of yoga can often strain this lower area of your back. From here, release your feet down to the floor, keep your knees bent, and then draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a gentle squeeze before extending your right leg up. Take a full breath in, pull the toes back towards you, press the heel up. And as you exhale, point your toes and stretch the front of your foot. And then inhale, press your heel up, pull your toes back. And exhale, point the toes, stretch the front of your foot. And last one, full breath in. And full breath out. Good, and as you breathe in, pull those toes back towards you, press the heel up, and on your inhale, I want you to lower your right leg down to hover above the ground. And as you exhale, lift your leg back up. And just take 2 more rounds of breath like that. So inhaling, what we're doing here is we're opening up into the hip flexor, which is the muscle on the front of the hip. And last one. Good, and then draw your right knee into your chest and just circle it a couple of times. Notice how that hip joint feels. Again, just in case you don't know, a joint is where a bone meets a bone. So notice how the bone of your leg, how the space where the bone of your leg meets the bone of your hip, how that space feels. And then circle the other way. And then from here, I want you to interlace your hands around your right knee, and I want you to draw your right leg down towards your right armpit. And from here, start to press your knee up into your hands, and at the same time, pull your hands back down on your knee. And let's take a deep breath in here. Keep the pressure building as you press up and pull down. Exhale all of the air out of your lungs. And then take another deep breath in. Keep that pressure building. And as you exhale, relax your knee and draw it in towards your right armpit. And let's do that one more time. So breathing in, pressing up, and breathing out, pulling down, and breathing in, pressing up. And as you exhale, relax your right knee and draw it in towards your armpit. So as we did that, we stretch into the underside of that hip joint. From here, we're going to stretch into the side of the hip joint. So take your right ankle onto your left knee, draw your left leg in towards your chest, and start to draw that left leg in towards the chest as you take a full breath into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, you can pull that left leg in a little bit closer. And take one more round of breath here, breathing into the belly and into the chest. And a slow exhale out. Good, and then slowly release your feet down onto the ground. And extend your left arm up, take a full breath in. Left arm, left leg up, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, point your toes. And inhale, press the heel up, pull the toes back. And as you exhale, point the toes, stretch the front of your foot. Last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good, and then pull the toes back towards you, press the heel away. And as you press the heel away, lower your leg to hover above the mat. And then exhale to lift it back up. And inhale to lower it down. And exhale to lift it back up. Last one, really press the heel away the whole time as though you're stretching the leg away from you. And then lifting it up to engage that muscle a little bit. Good. Bring that left knee onto your chest. Give it a gentle squeeze and circle it a few times. As we do this, we're massaging into that hip joint. And then from here, interlace the fingers of your hands and bring your knee towards your left armpit. Press your knee upwards as you pull it downwards with your hands. And take a deep breath in. Keep that pressure building as you press up and pull down. Take a slow breath out. Keep the pressure building. And then take another deep breath in. Press it up. And as you exhale, relax your knee and pull it down towards your left armpit. Good. One more round here. So breathing in, pressing up. Breathe into the belly and the chest. As you breathe out, pull it down. Take another deep breath in. Keep the pressure building, and as you exhale, relax your knee, draw it in towards your left shoulder, your left armpit. Good, and then bring your left ankle onto your right leg and draw your right leg in close. And just take 2 deep breaths in and out here. And now we're stretching into the outside of the hip joint. One more full breath in. And a slow breath out. And then release your feet down to the floor. Last little pose here on the ground. Take your hands beside you, fingertips touching your heels. And when you're ready, press down into your hands and your feet and gently roll your hips up off the floor. Press your hips up to the ceiling and bring the weight of your shoulders weight of your body into your shoulders. And as you exhale, roll your spine down nice and slow. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. So inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, rolling down. And notice how your hips feel as you flow with your breath here. Inhaling, lifting up. They should feel pretty good because we've opened them up in every direction, just about. And after that, take your hands underneath your knees, rock yourself up onto your feet, cross your ankles over, and come into a tabletop position. Step your right foot back behind you and just move your heel forwards and backwards as your foot sits on the floor. Stretch into your hamstring a little bit as you do this. And then bring your right knee in and let's step that left leg back and do the same thing. Check in with how that hamstring feels. Good, and really press down into your hands. Lift that thoracic spine up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, step your right leg back. As you come into your plank, for 3 breaths, we're going to press the heels back and engage your thigh muscles. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, try to slow down your exhale and engage your belly muscles a little bit. Take 2 more breaths here, breathing in. And slow down your exhale.
Feel your core engaging. Last one, full breath in and a slow breath out. Good, and then gently drop your knees down to the ground. Move your shoulders beyond your wrists and keep your elbows close as you bring yourself down with control onto your belly and your chest. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, press your feet down into the ground, and as you breathe in, lift your chest up a little bit and squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then exhale to lower down. And then inhale to lift up. I'm going to do 2 more rounds like that. And exhale to lower down. And last one, full breath in. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and exhale to lower down. Good, tuck your toes under. Lift yourself up into a plank or a tabletop. And then meet in downward facing dog. Good job. From here, pedal your knees out left to right. And just start to stretch into your hips again by bending one knee and straightening the opposite leg. And on your next breath in, I want you to inhale, lift your hips and your heels up off the ground. Stretch into the lower back here. And as you exhale, ground your heels down and send your hips backwards. Or back behind you rather. Inhale, lift the hips and the heels up, breathing in. And exhale, grounding the heels down, sending the hips backwards. Last one, full breath in. And a long and slow breath out, grounding down, sending the hips backwards. On your next inhale, roll your spine forward into a plank position, breathing in. And as you breathe out, press into your hands, roll back into down dog, ground the heels, send the hips backwards. 2 more. Inhale, rolling forward. And exhale, rolling back. And last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. From here, lift your left leg up, 3-legged downward facing dog. Press the heel back behind you, engage your left thigh muscle. And exhale, really press into your hands and use your arms to stand and feel strong in this pose. Take another full breath in. And as you exhale, send that left leg forward to the top of the mat. Drop your back knee to the ground. And inhale to sweep your arms up and really reach up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, interlace your hands. Bring your hands down onto your knee and sink your hips a little. As you breathe in, we're doing like a lunge cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, press our belly and our chest forward. And as you exhale, I want you to round your back behind you. Tuck your belly and your chest in and tuck your chin down. 2 more. Inhaling, pressing the belly forward, opening the chest up. And exhale, pressing back. And last one, really breathe into your belly and your chest. And exhale to press back. Good, and then inhale, sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, take your left hand onto the outside of your right hip, your right hand onto the outside of your left leg. Before you twist, breathe into your belly and your chest. And to keep your spine nice and tall, tuck your chin in towards your neck. When you do this, the top of your spine lengthens. And as you exhale, you can twist to your left. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. If you want, you can twist on your exhale and take 1 more round of breath in and out here. And then keeping your body in this same position, we're going to keep the chin tucked, but as you inhale, you're going to turn just your head forward. Keep the chin tucked. As you exhale, turn your chin to look back and maybe twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, turn forward. And exhale, turn back. Try to relax your shoulders. Last one. Inhaling, looking forward. And exhale, looking back. Good. Inhale, sweep both arms up to center. Release your arms. And as you exhale, reach your hands forward, 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 and then down onto the floor. And from here, we're peeling the left foot back with us. So we drop our hips down towards our right heel. Now, if you need to take a variation of this pose and bring yourself into Janu Shirshasana or a 1-legged forward fold, you can.
Otherwise, sitting back on the heel is what we're doing today. And from this position, my mat is a little funky, there we go. We're going to sweep our arms up, take a full breath in. And as we breathe out, reach your hands forward, 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 and then down onto the ground. Tuck your chin and take 3 deep breaths in and out. And what you're kind of looking to do in this pose is to breathe into your hamstring and to feel the stretch there. When you pull your toes back towards you, you take the stretch fully into the hamstring, because pulling the toes back also presses the heel forward, and so you're getting this stretch happening in the lower back here as you fold forward, and the stretch happening here as you press your heel away and pull your toes back. But I'll go into more detail on that in a future class. Take one more full breath in. Exhale to gently fold yourself down. And on your next breath in, bend your front knee and bring yourself forward to the top of your mat. From here, tuck your back toes under, and then we're going to lift the back knee up off the ground, and then we're reaching our hands forward and down to the floor and then sweeping them up into a high crescent lunge. So the back heel is up off the floor. As you exhale, bend both knees downwards and stretch into the thighs. Hold here and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. And I think it's wise to get into the habit of any kind of pose when you're up on your toes, really, be it a plank or a pose like this, that you press your heel back and you engage your thighs. And I'll show you why in a second. Take a full breath in. Take a slow breath out. And then from here, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, reach your hands forward, 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 and then bring them down onto the ground in front of you. From here, if you've got some bricks, they might come in handy. Otherwise, what I want you to do is step up onto the tiptoes of your right foot, bend your left knee a little bit, and then lift your your right leg up and press it back behind you. We're coming into a warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. And for this pose, to find your strength in the pose, I want you to press your right heel back behind you and engage your thigh. And that's what will help you stand strong in this pose. So just do your best to press your right heel back behind you and engage your thigh. Take another full breath in. And as you exhale, drop the foot back behind you. And from here, we are going to swivel ourselves over to the right side and come into a wide-legged forward fold. And I'll turn to face you. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold yourself down. 2 more rounds of breath like that. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. 1 more full breath in. And full breath out. Let your head hang here, your arms soften, and press into the edges of your feet. And take 3 deep breaths in and out. This time we're stretching onto the inside of the joint of the hips and the legs. So take the time to allow the space to gently open up, not folding too far to cause any injury or stress. Just feeling the stretch on the insides of the legs. And when you're ready, take your hands underneath your shoulders. From here, we're going to lift ourselves up to a halfway lift. And then I want you to drop your hips down towards your left heel and lift your right toes up off the floor. So we're going to kind of look like that and maybe look forward to see. So the right leg is straightened, the right toes are pulling back, and our hips are sinking down towards our left heel. Take your hands to the middle. As you breathe in, bring yourselves back into that wide-legged forward fold. So breathing in, inhaling, and exhaling, dropping the hips down to the right heel, lifting the left toes up. And then inhaling back to center, and exhaling, dropping down, and just changing sides like this as you flow with your breath.
Just a few more. And so this is a really nice way of stretching the inside of your hip joint. Inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, lowering down. Just a few more here. Good, and for this one, inhale back to center. And as you exhale, drop yourself down to the side that's at the top of your mat. Turn yourself forward and step yourself back into a plank. And let's take 3 deep breaths in and out here. Slowly breathing in, slowly breathing out. And try to press your heels back behind you and engage your thighs, your thigh muscles. 2 more. Keep breathing. And last one, full breath in and a full breath out. After your exhale, you can drop your knees or lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way to the ground. Hands underneath the shoulders, press the feet into the ground. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale to lower down. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale to lower down. Last one. When you're ready, tuck your toes under, lift yourself up to a plank or a tabletop, and exhale back to downward facing dog. First breath in, lift the hips and the heels up off the floor. And as you exhale, ground your heels, send your hips back. And then next breath in, lift your right leg up, press the heel back behind you, and hold for your 3-legged downward facing dog. Use the muscles and the strength in your arms and the strength in your legs to hold yourself here. Keep breathing. And then take a full breath in. And as you exhale, step the foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop your back knee to the ground. Come up onto your fingertips and inhale to sweep your arms up. As you exhale this time, we're going to interlace the fingers and press our palms up to the ceiling, to the sky, wherever you're at. To this greenhouse that I'm in. I feel like I'm in a sauna. Inhale, draw your elbows wide, drop your hips down, lift your chest up, and exhale to press away, tuck your chin. 2 more. Inhaling, pulling the elbows wide, lifting the chest up, dropping the hips down, and exhale, press up. Tuck the chin. Last one, full breath in, and a slow breath out. Good, release your hands, bring your right hand to the outside of your left hip, your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Breathe into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Relax your shoulders here. And if you want, you can squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit. And then draw your chin towards your neck so as to lengthen the spine. Last breath. Next inhale, keep your body in the same space and just turn your head to face forward, but keep your chin drawn inwards. Inhaling to look forward. Exhaling to look back. 2 more. Last one. And then inhale, sweep both arms forward, reach them up. And as you exhale, reach them forward and down onto the ground. Peel your right toes back with you and sit your hips back onto your heel. And again, to stretch the front of that hamstring, or the front side of your leg, pardon me, to stretch the more forward side of your hamstring, press your heel forward, pull the toes back. That's the first half of the stretch. The second half is to stretch the far side, the back side of your hamstring, and we do this by folding forward. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up. This stretches the whole spine, and as you exhale, reach your hands forward, 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 forward. Once you feel that stretch in your hamstring, just drop your arms down, tuck your chin and breathe. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. And tune into how your physical body is feeling now. Now that we're in, maybe I'm just in the heat of the class with my green room here, but notice how your body's feeling now. Notice how your mental space is feeling now. And notice how your emotions are going now As we breathe into the body, as we start to open it up. One more breath. Good. And after your exhale, inhale, bend your front knee, bring yourself forward onto your hands into that low lunge. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up off the ground, and reach your hands forward and then up to the ceiling as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, bend both knees. And again, get into the habit of pressing that left heel back and engaging the thigh. That's where our strength comes from in these poses. Breathing in, reaching up, and breathing out, bending both knees. 2 more breaths here. You can hold or lift up and down with your breath. Keep reaching those arms up, whatever you do. And really breathe into the belly and the chest for this last one. A full breath. Good. After that exhale, reach your hands forward and down onto the floor. And from here, we're going to step our left foot into the halfway point in the mat and come up onto the tiptoes. And again, to bring yourself into a feeling of strength in this pose, I want you to lift your left heel up off the ground, press the heel back and engage your left thigh. I'm going to keep my hands down on the floor because I'd like to focus on that strength in the leg, but if you want to lift your arms up, you can. Press your heel back, engage your left thigh as much as you can. Keep the leg feeling strong. Take one more big breath in. And a slow breath out. And as you exhale, drop your left foot to the top of your mat and come into your forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And a slow breath out to exhale. Good. And then we're going to slide that left foot back behind us and turn ourselves over to the left side of our mat. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale to fold all the way down. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. And last one. And just notice how the insides of your hip joint feel as you breathe in and out. Good. Rest here. Take a few breaths in and out. Press into the edges of your feet. 2 more. And last one. Inhale for a halfway lift. And from here, turn your heels inwards as you poke your toes outwards. Good. From this pose, I want you to bring your one hand onto your thigh, then the other hand onto your thigh to lift yourself up. Oh, it's hot in this room, I'm telling you. And from here, we're going to come into a goddess pose. Now, to the best of your abilities, poke your toes outwards as you turn your heels inwards and try to bring your hips and your heels in alignment with one another. If you can do that, that's great. And then you're just trying to bring your knees in alignment with your hips and your heels too. And this will just stretch into that hip joint. You should feel it working quite hard, but we've opened it so it should feel safe and good as well. As you breathe in, we're going to straighten the legs and then straighten the arms and reach them up. Hold on to my pillow here. And as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees out to the sides just as before. And we're going to bring our arms into cactus arms and exhale out a little bit more strongly. So take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, cactus arms, bend the knees, and engage your core a little bit. Get all of the air out. And then inhale, straighten. And exhale, breathe it out. 2 more, breathing in. And exhale, breathing out. 1 more, breathing in. And exhale, breathing out. Good, hold here. See if you can close your eyes or look down at the floor. And just breathe into this pose. Notice how it feels to hold this position.
Relax your shoulders, relax your hips, and take one more deep round of breath in and out. Good, and from here, drop your hands down onto your hips. Step yourself forward to the top of the mat. Sweep your arms up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring your hands down through to your heart center. Inhale to sweep the arms up, breathing in. And as you breathe out, drop your hands down through to your heart center. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Last one, full breath in, reaching up. And exhale to slowly bring your hands down. Good. Draw your chin in towards your neck so as to straighten and lengthen the top of the spine. So it's not so much that you're dropping your chin down, that's just stretching it forward. What we're trying to do is lengthen, so we're drawing the chin in to lift up. And then look down at the floor or close your eyes and start to press down into your feet. Notice the weight of your body on the mat. And take 3 deep breaths in and out. Can you reconnect to a smooth and rhythmic flow of your breath? And see if you can bring your awareness down into the hips. And notice how that space feels as we've opened it up so much today. Last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. You can open your eyes. We're just going to do a couple more stretches into the shoulders. We did a lot of strengthening into the arms today with the down dogs and the planks. But this time we're going to open up the shoulders. Now this pose is a little bit confusing and it's a bit of a flow, but let's have a go at it. So we're going to inhale and lift our arms up. And from here, hope you can see me, we're going to interlace the fingers. I don't know why I turned to the side, I'm getting mixed up. We're going to do one more thing first. So we're going to sweep our arms up, interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing up, so a pistol grip. And then we're reaching our hands up, and as you breathe in, press down into your feet. And as you breathe out, start to lean over towards your right side and press down into your left foot. On your first inhale, breathe into the left flank of your body, so into the belly and into the chest on the left side. And as you exhale, relax a little more to your right. And then inhale to extend your arms, press into that left foot, breathe into that left side. And exhale to relax a little more to your right. Good. And then inhale back to center. And from here, we're leaning to the left. Good. As you breathe in, we're extending our arms, pressing down into the right foot and breathing into the right side, the right flank. And as you exhale, relax a little more to your left. And then inhale to reach. And exhale to relax. And one more here, full breath in, breathing into the right side, pressing down into the foot, reaching the hands. And exhale. And then inhale to lift both arms up. And exhale your hands down through to your heart center. Good. From here, all we're going to do is press down into our feet. I want you to sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, drop your right hand out in front of you. Drop your left arm out behind you and look towards your back hand. Good. And then inhale, drop your left hand down, sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, drop your left hand out in front of you. Drop your right arm back behind you and look towards your right hand. And we're flowing like that, so we're dropping the hand down, reaching both arms up as we breathe in. As you breathe out, left arm back, looking back, right arm forward. And then inhale, drop it down, reach your arms up. Exhale, right arm goes back, left arm forward, look back. And drop the hand down, inhale up. Now let's do a few more rounds like that. And really reach your arms in both directions. That's it, a few more. And try to feel into the tops of the shoulders. They should start to feel like they're working right now. That's it. And last round. And really relax your shoulders as you flow. Last one, you got it. And then exhale your hands down through to your heart center. Let your shoulders and your neck soften. Last little stretch here, we're almost done. Take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers behind your back. Reach them back down, lift your chest up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, I want you to bend your knees and fold yourself forward. Keep your knees bent, let your arms hang over the top of your head. Let your arms hang heavy, and this time we're stretching the undersides of the shoulders. So feel that space soften as you breathe in and out. And exhale to fold a little deeper. To relax a little more, let your neck and your shoulders soften. One more breath in and out. And exhale to relax. Good. Then bring your hands onto your lower back. From here, release your hands down onto the floor and bend your knees enough so that you can get your fingertips onto the ground. It doesn't matter how straight or bent they are, but I want you to have your hands on the ground. And then bend both knees, even if you can straighten the legs, and walk your hands over to the left side, to the outside of your left foot rather. And from here, soften your shoulders and your neck, and then work to straighten your right leg, and this will bring a nice deep stretch into the outside of your right hip. Let's take a breath in and out here. As you exhale, feel that space soften. And then inhale back to center, halfway lift as you breathe in. And as you exhale, walk your hands over to the outside of your right foot. Bend both knees to begin with and relax your shoulders and your neck, and then straighten or work to straighten your left leg. Feel the stretch. Take a full breath in and out. And then come back to center. Very nice. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold yourself down. Nice. Drop your hips down to your heels. And from here, bring your legs out in front of you. We're going to bring our hands beside us and then press into your hands. Pull your toes back towards you. Ground down to your sitting bones and reach your chest forward. Take a full breath in to reach your arms up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, extend your hands forward as far as you can. When you feel the stretch in your lower back or your hamstring, drop your arms down and tuck your chin. And take 3 deeper breaths in and out. And allow your back to round if you like. And really breathe down into your lower back if you can. Last round of breath in and out. And after that exhale, bring your hands back beside your legs and your hands back towards your hips. From here, we're going to plant our hands down, bring our feet flat on the floor. And I want you to scoot your hips towards your heels and then really slowly roll your spine down onto the ground. You need to move your arms to get there. Draw your knees into your chest, give them a gentle squeeze and circle them a few times. And from here, we're going to come into our last pose, which is Happy Baby. So bring your arms onto the insides of your knees and onto the outsides of your feet, and draw your knees down towards your shoulders, towards your armpits. Take a full breath in and out. One more. And then gently bring your feet together and extend your legs out onto the ground for your Shavasana. And you can bring your arms beside you and relax your head on the floor. If you find that your lower back feels engaged and the muscles there are kind of tense when you straighten your legs, then you can bend your knees and bring your feet flat on the ground. And this will give your lower back a little bit more support. And from here, take a deep breath into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, let out a cleansing breath from the mouth. Take 2 more rounds of breath like that, breathing in deep to the belly and into the chest. Exhaling out of the mouth. And last one. Good, and then focus on the flow of your breath. Feel it travel down into the belly and up into the chest, and then exhale all of the air out. And once again, find that rhythmic flow to your breath. Now the space around the hips is associated with the energy of the sacral chakra, which is the chakra that kind of exists down there. This energy is all to do with your emotions and how your feelings are at this stage. So just ask yourself how you're feeling on an emotional plane, how you're doing today, how you're doing right now. And allow yourself to breathe. And there are two paths you can kind of take. If, for example, the emotional space you're in right now feels really good, then allow yourself to breathe into the space of the hips. So all the way down into the belly, into the pelvis, and exhale to release, and to let that good energy flow throughout you. But if you're feeling like you're not in a good place, if there's maybe something going on for you right now or in your life, then take a couple of cleansing breaths to release that energy. So breathing deep into the belly and the chest through the nose, and exhaling out of the mouth to release. And just do whatever you need right now. Let's take 5 more deep breaths in and out. Notice how your hips and your shoulders are feeling. And then take 1 more deep breath in and out. Then gently wriggle your fingers and your toes. And you can stay here if you'd like, but if you're ready to come out, draw your knees into your chest and give them a gentle squeeze. And let's roll over onto our left side today. And just allow yourself to relax here and to breathe 2 more deep breaths in and out. Allow your body to soften and to notice how it's feeling right now after the class. And then you can press down into your right hand to lift yourself up to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Ground down into your feet and your sitting bones and notice how those hips feel. Hopefully they feel pretty good, especially in that hip joint. And then from here, we're going to take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and exhale your hands down through to your heart center. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Take 1 more deep breath in and out. The light in me recognizes the light in you. That's the meaning of Namaste, at least for me. Thank you for joining me, and Namaste.